Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Man, it feels like I just saw you. I mean, it's probably because I did just see you. We've only had like what, a day off between one another this week. Double streams this week. That's pretty crazy. What's up, Jess? What's up, nobody? Good to see you guys. Morning nobody's kind of a funny sentence. Let's get going. Let's jump into here. I'm gonna jump into here and see if we can get this count going the right way. So this will be 1. There we go. And now what about this? Okay, will this do anything? Okay, here we go. I think we got this. We just gotta get back to our square one. Now I think I released all. I think I'm down to no eggs. Down to no eggs. All right, we're back at it. Sound wise, I think you guys should be able to hear just some lo-fi music, right? Because I was going nuts hearing the freaking Pokemon Crystal music, and there's really no point for you to hear the. Oh my God, this is off-centered. There's really no point for you to hear the Pokemon Sword and Shield music, so that's what I'm doing. I don't remember which lap I had each one of these controllers on. I think I had it like this. Yeah, I had it like this. This is easier. I had it in reverse. Yeah. Hope everybody's doing good. I was traumatized. I'm always in a state of constant panic and trauma. But I hope you're doing all right. I know it's very early. I actually don't have work today. So I was considering not even streaming because like I could have slept until as late as I wanted, but then I figured, you know what? Let's still go live. I'll just go live for the regular time, maybe longer. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how we're feeling. If we don't find the shiny Ledyba today, or Ledyba, whatever, we officially will go double odds for sure. You two to all of that? That's what I'm saying. Well, Jess, I did it for you. If you were gonna go, then I'm gonna go, right? If you're a bird, then I'm a freaking bird. We're just birds together. Birds fly together. Crows fly together. Wheel punishment shall be spun. I mean, I like this for you. Is the wheel of punishment for you? Like, are you punishing yourself? Watch your profit soar high as a crow. That's it, baby. Crows fly together. I need to get an egg here soon. I literally don't have an egg right now. I know. Eggless. Eggless Joe Jackson over here. I'm also way too zoomed out. I need to zoom in. There we go. There we go. Now we won't quite go double odds on the lantern today, but we are double odds in general for blended odds. I didn't sleep much because of thunder. It was so loud. I sleep so good when there's thunder. I sleep so good when there's a storm. We had a lot of rain. We had a big weekend of rain, but I slept like a baby. You know, waking up every half hour with pants full of poo, but that's not because of the rain. That's just normal behaviors for me these days. That's just what I would call standard issue behavior. Yes, there we go. I need to get an egg here soon. A gay guy looking for a woman to have his child. Hey, not wholly inaccurate. What's up, Clocky? How you doing? You know how I got here. Your Pokemon had it. Do you want it? I do. I do want it. And now we must save. Doing all right? Heck yeah. I'm guessing you're working today? Canada, it's most of the country has a holiday today. There's one province that I believe does not, but they have a different one. But yeah, I'm off today. My wife is working today though, which is honestly kind of nice because normally when we're both off, we have to like figure out what we want to do. But today I just get to kind of do whatever. I can play video games. I'm going to do some yard work. It's going to be a day. Gonna go for a run after stream. You know, all the good things. And then it turns to housework. It can turn to housework. There are some housework things that I need to do, but like I'm being really cautious about doing housework because in a week our entire house is going to be under demolition. So it's like, meh. Talking about Zelda content, have you seen the Master Sword that Neo Saber is making? I have not. Cam is taking the day off, is he actually? Nice. Hey, what's up, Natasha? How you doing? So, Natasha, I went through and I calculated all of the cards that we pulled and what the total value is, and it's about 260. They usually do lightsabers. This one looks $730 though. Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. Not too bad. Not too bad. No. Not too bad. I didn't realize that the Meowth is the really highest card in that set. There's the golden Zygarde, and yeah, the golden Zygarde, and then the Meowth are the two chase cards. That about covers the cost you paid to ship it over. Actually, you know what? The shipping was surprisingly not bad. I was kind of impressed. I was actually very impressed. You gotta give it up to those Netherlandians. Is it like a full scope European holiday today? Or, Natasha, you just happen to be off today? Ooh, back-to-back egg skis. Oh my god. I have 3 weeks off? Oh, heck yeah. Let's see. Finally glued the timer ball together? Nice. I was going to say when it's nighttime now, I'm falling asleep. Any little noise or light wakes me up, and then I have to start the whole process of falling asleep again. It can sometimes take like 2 hours. Jeez. You need to get yourself a sound machine, Jess. I highly recommend the Dome by Yoga Sleep. You will never have a sleeping issue again. And like, I know that that's like big words, like, Nick, there's no way, but there is a way. Like, this thing is awesome. This thing is so good. I honestly, I can't sleep without it now. It's like, I don't know. I think it was like $60 or something like that. But oh my god. Hefty, hello. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Hefty finished Widow's Bay yesterday. It was good. I don't necessarily know that I would describe it as funny, but it was funny. It's not bad at all. No, ever since we had Archer, I've had white noise somewhere in the background. I love it. Dude, it's awesome. It's awesome. But the Dome by Yoga Sleep, or the Yoga Sleep by Dome, I don't know. DOHM. Not like Dome, like yo girl. but more like Dome, you know, that sort of thing. Thought it was hilarious. Oh, I did too, but I wouldn't necessarily jump into funny as my descriptor of it. You have lo-fi and Switch audio's on? Thanks for no one telling me. That's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. 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 Well, Hefty told me. Thanks, buddy. I can't hear the Switch audio, but that does not mean you can't. If you find any small little yellow shinies, you can name it King Bob, like from the Minions. I can try, but honestly, Sprout, yellow shinies are few and far between. I'm not a mod here. I'm just here for the ride. That's true. Thanks for the ride. Meant to tell you I'm sorry. That's okay. Hefty came in. Saved the day. I didn't hear it. I'm blind. Oh, man. I hate to say this, Natasha, but you might be full Helen Keller in here soon. Golduck should be yellow. Justice for Golduck. If I am in the stream, the wheel punch will respawn. 1 respin per stream, 3, 1 backfire. Makes me do the punishment every week. No. Nobody. No. I like this remix. This is a good one. This is a real good remix. Do you have a banana this morning? I did. I went to the grocery store. I bought new bananas. I also have some of that Chocomel that Natasha sent over. So we'll be doing a little banana and a little Chocomel later on today. I got to go upstairs and get it, but we'll be doing both those. Little banana Chocomel. It's going to be nice. Cracks me when people tell other people how to run their stream, right? Took me like forever to have a full team of little yellow shinies named King Bob. I like it. I like it. I like that for you. Hey, what's up, Carly? How you doing? Carly, do you have today off or are you working? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's like a full European holiday. I don't think it's a European holiday at all, but you guys do have bank holidays sometimes that like we don't have. All right, 1702 and 104. The odds of the Ledian, for people who don't remember, is 1 in 64. So we are 40 over on that one. The odds for Lantern are 1 in 1365. So we are right around 340 over on that one. But I think the most important thing to remember is that we have blended odds going on right now because we're seeing encounters at 1365, about 20 of them for every 1 encounter at 1 in 64. So that means that the blended odds actually end up being around 1 in 800 total encounters that we'll see a shiny for the thing, for the Lantern, and it's like 1 in 36 for the Ledian. In Ontario, not just Ontario. Did I mess up? Nope. Okay. Not just Ontario, but in Canada right now, there's like, here we call it civic holiday, but Canada just has like a general day off today. I think it's just because there's not really any days off in August. So this is just, why did I do that? There's no real days off in August. So this is just kind of like a fake day off kind of thing. Well, my Civic, it's like a spaceship. Clocky, I knew you drove a Civic. I could see you being a Civic guy. And that's not even an insult. The Civic's a sick car. I was between that and my car that I currently have, and the Civic was just a little bit too expensive, so I didn't get it. We have bank holiday end of this month. Nice. Yeah. So we have like our Labor Day is next month, first weekend of September. But yeah, we had a Civic. It was nice, dude. Civics are sick. They're the most stolen car, which I didn't know. But yeah, Civics are the most stolen car. People steal them because they run forever. I don't know about all that, but yeah. And that wasn't even me sowing seeds of doubt. I just don't know about it. Brought Siley home in that. Nice. No car seat. Just strapped to the top of it. Because they always have those like luggage rack straps. LRS, luggage rack strap. She was latched, actually. Ew. Don't talk about that. Damn it. Fair way to strengthen the immune system. That's true. It's true. That's a good joke. I can't wait to tell my family. That reminds me of this time my buddy came and visited me when I was living out in Nova Scotia. And he's 6'8", something like that. He's a big guy. And he's like a big guy too. Like he's like a weightlifter and was a lacrosse goalie. So just like generally just like a large human being. And he had to go to the bank to take out some Canadian cash. And upon arriving, this woman looks at him, like this old woman who's in line at the bank, and goes up to him and says, "You're the biggest person I've ever seen." And he was like, "Oh, cool." And then he turned back around. And she goes, "I'm going to go home tonight and tell my family about you at dinner." He's like, "Sweet, thanks." That was really good. It was really good. Just this poor like 80-year-old woman who just thought a tall person was like the craziest thing she's ever seen in her life, and that she couldn't wait to go home and tell her family about the tall man she saw at the bank at dinner time. I like to think that the family's telling her this story, and then like one of the siblings starts crying, and then just like runs out of the room, and the other sibling comes in after and is like, "What's going on?" And the sibling's like, I think it's time that we put mom in the home." And the other sibling's like, "What? Why? Why would we do that?" I don't know. Did she even see a man that was 6 foot, 8 foot, 6'8"? Like, what are we doing here? I don't think that she's safe to be on her own anymore. And the other one's like, no, she's fine. That's what I like to think happened. That my buddy caused a big familial dispute about the health of their mother. Probably told him she saw a bear. She probably did. Probably forgot. So you'd be 84 and have that be the craziest thing you've ever seen? I know. Like, I'm 30. Oh, no. Okay, we're good. Oh, no. Okay, we're good. Oh, no. I'm going to save because we seem to be having some problems. Okay. I'm 32 and that's not the craziest thing I've seen. Okay, here we go. Input redirection was giving us the business, but is it still giving us the business? Okay, the business is done. We don't have the business anymore. But at least we had the foresight, you guys, here. Foresight's important. So my sister's birthday party, and she had my niece tell everyone that she was expecting. Oh, that's cute. I started parking in the expecting mothers at the grocery store. And then every time I've gotten stopped, I'm just like, "Oh no, my mom's on her way." No shiny for 105. I just always tell them, "No, my mom's coming. She'll be here soon." Your niece is expecting? No, no, actually, I think she told everyone that her sister was expecting. I don't think that the probably 5-year-old niece is expecting. But, dang pronouns, I know. My pronouns are ping pong. Ping pong. What's the song by Hume? I wouldn't question it. There's clearly something mentally wrong with you. What? Are you behind in chat? I don't know what I even said now. Oh, my pronouns being ping pong? My ping pong's being pronouns? My brother Joey and his family left first, and Brian, my sister's partner, asked if Joey was mad at him because he felt like he was looking at him funny. Oh, your parking spot. Ah, yes. But I mean, to be fair, it's not very clear. I am expecting my mother. Parking for expecting mothers. No, I'm expecting my mother. She's coming here soon. Okay, so we are going to get to odds today. Double odds, I mean. Unless we hatch it in the next 23 eggs. Which, like, possible. I'm not sitting here saying that's not going to happen, but... Wait, I'm full on eggs. I don't even need to come here right now. I can just go to the pink tile and back to whatever the standard issue roadway is here in this country. The city? This region? Like, is Johto a country? Or is Johto, like, we call it the Johto region, but, like, Is this a, I don't know. Is it like a state? Said I could probably get away with thinking, you touched my sister, how could you? And did a bit, and it was dramatic, and everyone was laughing for the longest time. And the end? I like that. Took a lot out of me to tell that dumb story. I mean, it was like 4 messages. 1, 2, 3. 3 messages. 1, 2, 3. 3 messages. I can't do a count. I have never watched Sesame Street. I don't even know what the count sounds like. I only know what the count sounds like from other people's jokes about the count. Is that the show with all the puppets from the barrio? 1738. I say, hey, what's up? Hello. Here comes a shiny right here. 1738. We're gonna name it Fetty Wap. Nah, bummer. We had a chance. We had a good chance. There we go. Egg number 106. 106. Why didn't you watch Sesame Street? Couldn't afford PBS? I don't know. I more watched like Barney and Arthur. And Blue's Clues. I didn't really watch Sesame Street. I don't think I ever did. Yeah, look at this. Look at this elitist over here. We watched a lot of Sesame Street. Yeah, I don't know. Never really watched Sesame Street. Have a bit of a phobia of puppets. I can see that. People talk about like how they have a fear of clowns, and that's one that I never understood. I don't fear clowns, but I do fear the people who decide that what they want to do in life is dress up like a clown. Like, I think that's where my fear comes in. I don't think it has anything to do with like the clown itself. It has everything to do with the person who says, yeah, like of all the things that I can be, I want to be a clown. And then they choose to be a clown. Like, that's odd to me. That's odd to me. It could be anything. Be anything. You could even be a boat. You could be a human boat. I watched Little Pony, My Little Pony with her, and I didn't like it. I'm talking the original ponies. That's okay. There's an entire culture of adult grown men who watch that. But when I say adults shouldn't watch Bluey, I'm a problem. But then everybody makes fun of bronies. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Isn't that just the double standard of the century? It's a double standard. Now I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be judged. You're playing Pokemon? I am. Pokemon is not a children's game. Pokemon is a game geared at young adults to adults. It is not geared at children. Also, but also furries. Yeah, furries are the worst. All right, 1748. Has there really been 10 encounters? That's crazy. My God, this Ledyba is really starting to cheese me. I'm starting to get cheesed at this Ledyba not being shiny. I don't even care so much about the lantern. Like, I've had those ones go over double odds before. It's something about this. It's something about being almost double odds with a count so low that makes me mad. That's all right. I don't know. I still remember, I think my longest hunt, like by number, would still be the Masuda hunt that I had for Quaxley. Would you rather be double odds in a 1 in 64 or a 1 in 8192? I'm not making a point. I'm trying to be curious. I'm not trying to make a point. I'm curious. I think it also depends on the encounter rate, Hefty. Like, double odds in a 1 in 64 is going to take way less time than a 1 in 8192, depending on the encounter rate. Like, Deoxys, 8192 is a ton of time. Ledian, it's not that much time. So encounter rates, it genuinely is like a huge factor there. Hey, happy birthday, Quacker Crackers. Let's do the thing that we always do. Happy birthday. Sucking on chili dogs. Sucking on a dog. Sucking on a chili dog. Yay, happy birthday. Hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for choosing to spend even a small part of your day here with us. It's awesome. Yeah, I think I'd rather go double odds in a 1 in 64 just because of encounter rate alone, despite the hunt itself being kind of frustrating just because there's so many checks in between. I don't know. That's tough. It's tough. I think there's not an 8192 that's shorter, though. I don't know how many like resets you would get of like a Mewtwo. I don't know. Double odds in DA or a Masuda? Double odds in Masuda. Double odds in Masuda over double odds in a DA every day of the week. Double odds in Masuda takes... I don't know. I usually can do about... In Scarlet and Violet, I can usually do about 250 eggs a stream. So double odds in 8 hours. To get to 200 DAs, it's about 10 minutes a DA. 2,000 minutes. I mean, come on. It's crazy. That's crazy stuff. All right, here we go. Egg number 108. Curious to know when people first saw a clown and if they fear them or not, because there is a link to that. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure that it has to do with, like, you probably see a clown very early on in your life. It's a person with makeup that's acting incredibly strangely, usually with goofy stuff that makes you uncomfortable. It probably has nothing to do with, like, killer clowns. And then I'm sure that develops later, right? Like, I'm sure it has nothing to do with, like, clowns being a symbol of fright. Clowns, I think, inherently are a symbol of laughter, fun, and joy. But I think if you're exposed to them at an age where, like, everything is terrifying, like, when you're a kid, everything can be terrifying. And then you learn that there's this like hyper romanticized version of this like scary clown. I think that just like is a self-fulfilling prophecy at that point in time. I don't think that anybody is inherently afraid of anything. With the exception of like heights. I think like sensory fears are likely something that you're just born with. My God, this ping pong. But I don't know for sure. I'm not a psychologist or psychiatrist. Psychologist. Those are just survival instincts. Yeah, exactly. Like if you're just afraid of heights, you just don't want to be up in a very high spot. Hey, what's up, Shiny Frog? Day's going good. How are you doing? Just 11 punishments from the Wheel of Punishment. That sounds like an incredibly interesting way to start your morning or afternoon or evening. Honestly, I don't know. I forget. I think we've hatched 2 or 3. I think we only have like 2 eggs left in the party. We've hatched 5 today. But we also can't forget that we had to get an egg today. I didn't actually have one to start. Then why are so many cartoons about a babysitter chasing a baby climbing a high skyscraper under construction? That baby doesn't seem to be scared. Well, not everyone's afraid of heights. Some people's survival instincts are worse than others. Or better, I suppose, maybe, depending on what survival requires. Glowfish still not shining. Buttersnaps, neither one decide they want to shine today. It's crazy. It could be poor survival instincts or great. Like if you're not afraid of heights and you need heights for survival, then that's good. But if you are afraid of heights and you don't need heights for survival, then that's also good. So I guess it just depends on the situation. Okay, can we get the 2 F by C? Can we get the 2 lanterns if by sea? The 1776, 2 lanterns by sea, 1 if by land. Come on. Give me that. Okay, here we go. 1776. This is the Paul Revere lantern. Very important in the history of America, that time that we defeated the British, the Redcoats. They're done. RIP. British Empire basically fell. Nothing good after that. Except for Boris Johnson. All right, here we go. Love me some Boris Johnson. It's a new week. I will not allow myself to be rage baited by you. That's good. New week, new you. Good old Bojo. Everybody out there wants a Boris Johnson every now and again. Listen, if you're going to get a Boris Johnson, a Bon Jovi, a Bartles and James, a Ben and Jerry's, who was Boris Johnson? Former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. He was the same Prime Minister that was there during the first term of Trump. And he was kind of like the British Trump, except for like, I think, way better. I think he was the one that ushered in the Brexit, like finished off the Brexit, like got the Brexit pushed. He Brexited. Yeah, but he's just a lot richer. I liked his hair. I also liked his hair. You're trying to rage bait Carly? I mean, I did like Boris Johnson because he was a goofball of a human being. And it made me feel a little bit better about the circus that we chose. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when your house is on fire, but then you look over and there's another house on fire. And so, like, even though you know your house is on fire, at least somebody's going through it with you. He rugby tackled a 10-year-old. That he did. Hey, at least that's better than what our president did to a 10-year-old, right? So, like, we got to give it that space there to marinate a bit. Like, if I had to choose which one I want, I'm picking rugby tackle. Soft reset for shiny mudkip on Alpha Sapphire. Amazing. Amazing. Hey, what's up, Emil? How you doing? Bojo clip is the zip lining one. I actually don't remember that, but it rings a bell. Okay, so Hefty, in Widow's Bay, you understand the bells, right? So I guess there were 9 bells that tolled at the beginning of the season, and then of course the remaining bells. But I thought I spent like 10 minutes last night trying to recall all of the things that were associated with the bells, and then I realized that it wasn't like the new number of bell tolls was just like a reminder of the count, not a new one. We'll talk about it offline because I can't explain this. I'll do more punishments. That's good, nobody. I hope that they are fun. Here we go. Still nada. Hey, what's up, Calca? How you doing fighting Arceus and Legends? And that's off to BSP hunting for the false god. All hail Bidoof, the true god of Pokemon. Heck yeah. Work from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. and have to return for another shift from 4 to 9. Honestly, that stinks, but split shifts can be pretty nice. I will say, like, of all the things, I don't like that you have to do that, but split shifts can be pretty good. Because getting 6 hours off during the middle of the day, especially on a weekday when all the important things are like open, can be really good. Like, I wish sometimes that I had a split shift, so I like, if I had appointments or something, I could schedule it at a certain day. Are you excited for Winds and Waves? Yeah, I mean, I'm about as excited as I can be at this point in time with the information that we have. Like, there's not a whole lot to go on and not a lot to really be excited about. Like, we don't have a release date. We have 3 starters. We don't have any, mechanics for anything gameplay-wise, so, like, I'm excited, yeah, but only about as excited as I can get for something that's being out. Didn't have to go back and look at it after finishing the season, so not how much to contribute, but I'd love to hear thoughts on it. Okay. This is fun. You having a soda shining? What? Hope there will be new evolutions. Possibly. Possibly. Always a chance. Always a chance. Last week I had like 4 split shift. My mind is super scrambled. Yeah, that's the part that I wouldn't like, because I do definitely like consistent dates. Oh yeah, Carla, I remember that. I've no room. You have no good car ideas. It's beautiful. I've been really good about releasing these Ledybas today instead of actually capturing them. That's pretty good. Okay, this is going to be number 1800 coming up here. Wow. Here we go. Let's see what number 1800 has to hold. I don't think that's a term. Has to hold? Is that a thing? Let's see what number 1800 holds. I think that's what I'm looking for. Used to be able to work so much, no problem. I honestly have only ever been able to work the expected amount. After that, it's like, pay me more or I'm going home. I don't know. There's people out there who just like work. They just work. Like, my boss works. Today's the day off. I guarantee he's going to be working. It'll be like 9 o'clock at night and he's working. I just don't get it. I don't get it. He has 2 kids too. Like, that's got to be really difficult. But you know what? I also don't know his full day, right? There might be, he might take an hour or 2 off during the middle of the day to go do things and then come back. But like, I just don't know. Like, what do you owe to these people? What's up, JJ Memes? How you doing? Like, what do you owe? Right? Like, what is owed to them? They put food on your table, but that's in return for the expected hours of work. I don't know. It's just something I don't understand. I think it's a generational thing, though. I think that the older generation was cultivated to be a little bit like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not hypnotized, propagandized. That you have to work hard to get ahead. You got to pull up your bootstraps. But the reality is, you just got to do what you're asked during the time that you're asked, and then you'll be fine. Worked both days this weekend because it's genuinely fun. Yeah, see, that's different. But, like, if you keep doing that, will it continue to be fun, right? Like, that's the thing. That's the thing that I don't get. Or that I worry about with all jobs. Like, yeah, you might be like, oh, this is awesome. But then, like, the more that you do it and take away from the time that you are not paid to be working, does it stay fun? Because I don't think it stays fun. I think it starts to become unfun very quickly. Like, the fact that I feel this like conscious need to open up my phone and check any messages that I have on Slack is like, why though? Like, why? Why do I need to do that? Why do I need to do that? Nothing is so dire that it can't go without me till tomorrow. You know what I mean? What's just working hard is everything is a competition mindset that I notice younger adults have. Like, we are a team. See, yeah, I definitely have that problem though. Like, even though I'm on a team where, like, as a team, if we do really well, it looks good on the company. If one of my teammates does better than I do, I get pissed off. So, like, I get that. But I think that also can be healthy. I think that also can be a healthy thing. I think healthy competition is important, but unhealthy competition is not as fun. But, like, the me versus them is kind of like a caveman mentality, but you know what? Kind of a caveman, I suppose. So the mentality makes sense. But I don't know. Love you have a job you genuinely enjoy now. It's such a blessing. Carly or me? I'm assuming you're talking to Carly. The thing that I enjoy the most about my job right now are the people that I work with and the actual software that I work for. Those two things is pretty clean, pretty clutch. It's always a job though. If it pushes you to do better, that's cool. But if it makes you better, sabotage other members of the team, nope. Yeah, I would never do that. But you know, I'm gonna be better than them. Everyone always has a problem with me because we can see everyone's scores, but none of us are losing our jobs or getting promoted. We know this, so stop it and just ask me what I do. Like, your score is the highest, or your score is like the middest, or your score is the lowest? Think you enjoy your job too, Nick? Yeah, it depends on the day, for sure. Depends on the day. Depends on the day, but primarily, yeah. Today I really enjoy my job because I don't have to do it. I think like this is the thing that's this is like always a thing that determines whether or not I think I could be friends with someone. This is like a hypothetical you always ask, but if you won the lottery and you never had to work again because you have enough money for 15 lifetimes, would you still work? And when I hear people's justifications of why they would still work, I feel bad for them. Like, it's not even like, oh yeah, I understand that. Like, it's just genuinely like your brain is warped. Like, your brain's warped. I would genuinely still do my job. Brain warped. Don't you feel guilty at all taking away a job from someone who needs that money? You don't need it anymore. Don't you feel guilt that you are taking that potential away from somebody who likely could use that to, like, build their home? You have all the money you need. Why do you need a job? Like, you have everything that you need. Why would you want to take a job off of the market for someone? Good nap before my shift. Get some good sleep, Emil. Thank you so much for stopping in. Well, that's it, finding stuff, so I'd invest and hire a team. There you go. Never have replacements or out of stock. Newest team member has been asking me for help. Gotcha. I think that the definition of what work means needs to shift. Like, if you're still saying, I'm going to keep working 40 hours a week for someone else, you're brainwashed. Like, you have a problem. Like, that's something that might literally be a work addiction. But if you're changing to, like, no, like, the capacity of this is going to be different. Like, I'd start my own thing and I would have a team of management. And since money is really no object, then it's just there because it's a passion project and I just really love this thing and it won't cause me any stress. It'll just be something I do. That's different. That's different. I think that should be treated differently. But, like, if you're like, yeah, I'm, you know, I have enough money to live forever, but I'm still going to put in time at the time putting in place. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's a crazy thing. It's a crazy mindset. I like this conversation. I think it's helpful for everyone in some way. I feel like that's sarcasm, but I'm too tired to question it. I just don't see what the, like, incentive is to continue working if you don't need money. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. There's a whole world of things that you can do and explore. And the only reason that most people have a job is so that they can do and explore those things. And then once the requirement to be able to do and explore is taken care of, I don't understand why you would continue to do that thing. It doesn't make any sense to me. There's like a logical disconnect there. Ping pong. It's helpful for you specifically. Specifically. You cheated on me when I specifically asked you not to? I would not work a single day in my life again if I had enough money to support myself to the end. Exactly. Exactly. If I didn't need money, I'd still work for the structure at the end. Yeah, but you can create your own structure, right? Like you can create your own structure. You don't need a job to have structure. Structure is something that can be self-imposed. Every day I wake up, I go for a 10-kilometer run. That takes me about an hour. I get home and I shower. Then I sit down and I have a breakfast that I really enjoy. And since I don't really need to worry about the money, I have a professional chef come and cook me that breakfast. Then after that, I get out for a round of golf because I really enjoy golf and it's really nice. Then every day, I just hop on a train and I go to a city that I haven't been to, or I drive to a city I haven't been to. I explore what they have. I have a nice dinner in that local city. And then I come back home, at which point I play some video games for as long as I'd like and I go to sleep and then I repeat every day. There you go. There's structure every day. Created structure of things you love doing. I'm not saying that you love golf or video games or any of that, but like, it's not that hard to create structure. A job doesn't have to create structure. Like, why people feel like they have to work, but they also may need therapy. At this point in my life, I can't trust myself to make that structure and stick to it. Yeah, but like the structure that you would make today is completely different than the structure you would make if you don't have to worry about money. Like if you don't have to worry about money, structure is anything. You literally build the perfect day every day. Go on vacation. I am having a shiny Deoxys. Well, who's the father? All right, here we go. Egg number 113. Ping pong. Really starting to hate this guy. I said double odds as far as I'm going, then I'm SOSing it. Playing games and Netflixing will be my structure. There you go. I mean, like literally, if that brings you joy, like, yeah. I don't know. I also understand like the desire to do like to get involved in like not for profit or volunteer work or charity. Like that's fine. You know, I just think like I think for a lot of people there's this like Venn diagram. There's money to live on one side. It's more like a triangle. There's money. There's something you enjoy, and there's work-life balance. And I think you can only pick two of those things. I think you can find money and work-life balance, but it wouldn't be something that you enjoy. I think you can find money and something you enjoy, but you'll have no work-life. No, that can't be right. Maybe you can only pick one of them. Maybe you can only pick one of those things. I don't know. I know our problem is I just don't know how to not be that way. I don't know either. All I know is that living to work is insane. And working to live is a sad reality, but it's an important reality. I think doing work and working hard is important, but I also think that looking back on your life, will you look back and think about all the times that you put in those extra few hours? Probably not. But you will think about the times that you spend those extra few hours with your kid or on the toilet with your kid. You know? A lot of people have great work. I know a lot of people have great work-life balance and a lot of money. It's true, especially in like software. Software, those two things tend to come together. If I'm like pushing 60, I'd stop working entirely. Okay, so JG memes. Here's a question for you. Actually, this is more of like an anecdote. This is more of an anecdote than it is a question. I have been to Europe 4 times. Been to Europe 4 times. The first time I went to Europe was in 2023. So that was 3 years ago. I was 29. I went to Europe again recently, this year, 32. And this time was significantly harder than when I went 3 years ago. Hi, Maddie. Significantly harder than when I went 3 years ago. Now, there's some factors. Timing. It was very hot. The heat was really, really difficult. But I bet you 3 years from now, it's going to be harder than it was this time. And I bet you 3 years from then, it's going to be harder than it is this time. And I bet you 3 years from then, it's going to be harder than it was that time. It's going to continue to get more difficult to do these things. So, all these people out there who say that they're going to work really hard now so that when they're in retirement, they can do the things they want to do. Guess what? The things that you want to do in retirement are going to be really friggin' hard. Now's the time to do them because you have the ability and the body and the health to go do these things. Nothing else is a guarantee. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. I don't understand it at all. Yeah, I'm going to retire at 65 and then, we'll vacation we'll go to Europe once a year. No, you won't, because that's really hard to do because you're 65. What are the things I want to do is be old and cranky? Well, then I think you're set. You can retire, and then your goals are achieved. But geez, people who have goals of doing these cool active things in retirement, good luck, man. Good for you. Want to settle in and yell at young whippersnappers? Whippersnappers, do it. I just want to be old. So strange. I don't know. I've kind of been on my soapbox for too long. And you know what? There's probably people out there who are in disagreement, and that's okay. And I support it. I support you having whatever belief and living your life however you want to. I just happen to think it's wrong. What's up, Lobster Guy? How you doing? But what do I know? I'm just a 32-year-old with a steadily declining mental health. So, there we go. I've done 15 punishments. I am the punishment. It's awesome. You don't have to do that. You woke up and you kind of chose violence. You don't have to do these punishments. Bing bong. I hope to live to be old. Well, yeah, I hope for a long, healthy life, but I don't want to be old. Every day that I get older, life gets a little bit harder. And thinking anything else is just obtuse. Time waits for no one. Go do what you want now versus later. Unless you have to work to live, then just do what you can when you can. Exactly. Exactly. I just want to be happy. I think that's all that matters. And if your work truly makes you happy, if working and making someone else's money truly makes you happy, and in your life you can't imagine a life without doing that, then you know what? I'm never going to stop you. But I also never want to hear you complain about your job. This is in the situation where you have infinite amount of money. I never want to hear you complain about it. I never want to hear you talk about, oh man, this day at work. I don't care. I don't care. You don't have to be there. You don't have to be there. But it's a different story. I think all I'm saying is that the pursuit of happiness is an important thing and a God-given right that everyone should have. Hope I check out next week. Honestly, play some ping pong with MJ is what I want to do. Dude, come on. I just hope that you actually get to play with the actual MJ instead of a Puerto Rican impersonator. He's like a C+. Like, you don't want that. That was a sad movie, The Pursuit of Happiness. It was a great movie. Take me with you. Let's go. I don't find work frustrating. Definitely the worst part of the job is those who only find negative aspects of it and voice them. That's good. Every now and again, I think of just like this huge career, just shake up, just doing something completely new. Just saying screw it and finding else what's out there. Finding what else is out there. Maybe I should be a talker. Apparently I'm good at that. Also, Jess, I realized something. We found a shiny Pokemon during your chosen thing, even though Hefty chose it. So you get yourself a 3D printed Pokeball as well. I have the list. I'll be contacting people. I'm going to be behind on printing just because some of the prints that I owe people take a long time. So, and then I always go to the post office at one big batch. I don't do multiple little like trips over. I'm back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I have a question. If you have a close friend who won more money than you could ever spend and offered to give you a life-changing amount, would you take it? Yeah. 100%. 100%. If that person didn't inherit that money or like earn that money, like that person, it's either like not familial. Like I'm assuming we're talking lottery here. If we're talking like an inherit, I don't know. I think if someone inherited enough money that they will never want again, then the answer to that is absolutely. I would feel no guilt. It's a different thing if somebody like is giving me their money that they earned. Different story. Like lottery didn't know it was coming. Yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure. Yep. Yep. I'd be very clear about it though. Like I would be very clear with this person that like once this money is mine, and you do not have any influence over any of it. Like you are choosing this. And it would have to be very clear who that person's, what that is. Like, I don't know if I've ever told this story on stream, but I will tell it now as we lead into Is It Pudding? When I was a freshman in college, I lived with two guys. One of them's name was Big D, and the other one's name was Jeff. Okay, and everybody on my freshman year like dorm floor, we were all really close. Like all of us, it was kind of like an open door policy at all times. Like no one's doors were ever closed. You could just go hang out, whatever. That was a redundancy in my story, so I'm gonna move past it. But either way, Jeff. Hey, what's up, OND? So Jeff was an interesting guy, and there was one day kind of leading up to Christmas break where he tells all of us that he's rich, like he's completely wealthy. And we were all like, okay. And he's like, when I was a kid, my grandpa invested in Walgreens, which for people not from the United States, that's a pharmacy. Invested in Walgreens stock, which has just steadily gone crazy over the years, which accurate. And he's like, so I just have a ton of money to my name that, is there. And we're like, okay. And then he tells us that he's going to be having this heart surgery, that he's had a chronic heart problem since he was a child. And he's having a surgery that could potentially kill. Oh, I have told it. Okay, well then never mind. Moral of the story is this guy lied about having a chronic heart condition and going into surgery and leaving us all each $900,000. I haven't heard it. Well, now look at what I've done. Oh. So yeah, he says he's going to be having this surgery. And all of us are like, okay. And we had to sign a will, like basically a legally drafted document saying that if he were to pass away in this surgery, we would receive ourselves $900,000 each, which there were 10 of us. So that's literally $9 million. And like legally binding contract, like lawyers, everything, the whole 9 yards. And then a couple days before the surgery, I call his dad and I'm like, hey, this is Nick. Like, I'm Jeff's roommate. Jeff let us know about his surgery that he's going to be having. And the guys on the floor just wanted to throw a little party and wish him well. So I would love for you to, come visit. And the dad's like, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. I'll talk to my wife and we'll figure it out. And then Jeff comes back from somewhere and he lights me up. I mean, he's screaming. He's like, you called your dad or my dad, blah, blah, blah. I can't believe you would do that. That's such a betrayal of trust. I moved my surgery without telling my parents because I didn't want them to worry. And then at that point, all of the guys on the floor were like, yeah, okay. You moved your surgery up because you didn't want your parents to worry. So you're just driving yourself to open heart surgery or whatever it was. And that was the other thing. He said it was a laser procedure that's never been done before. And that's why there was such a high risk. Like this whole thing. Jeff went home that day and Jeff never came back to school. Jeff might be dead. There's a chance Jeff died. No, Jeff didn't die. I saw his Facebook posts and stuff after that, but Jeff never came back to school. So to answer your question, would I have accepted $900,000 from a guy that I had known for 4.5 months because there was a chance that he was going to die during a surgery? Yeah. Yeah, I would have. Why do liars like that have to go so dramatic with it? I think it's because they get so deep in their own twisted story that they literally can't come out of it. Like you have to double down because you have buried yourself in a lie, right? Like it's actually crazy. It's a crazy concept. Well, thank you, Mr. Tusk. Sleeping Snorlax, what do I do when I experience fatigue with content or streaming? Honestly, you guys can feel it. So if I'm really burnt out on streaming or just not enjoying it, I step away. Because part of this and why it's important is that you guys have an enjoyable and entertaining time. And if you guys can feel it and sense that I'm not having fun, I need to stop. I need to walk away. This is a hobby. This isn't a job. So I have the luxury and the freedom to be able to just kind of say like, I don't really feel like doing this. But the problem is when you do that too much, then your network starts to go away, right? Your community starts to disappear because you're not consistent and they don't have something they can rely on. So I just try and vocalize when I'm not going to be there. And then I do my best to stay consistent with it and find hunts and find content that I enjoy. But it's not always easy. I was falling out of love with this a little bit a couple of months ago. Took some time off, went on vacation, and I didn't necessarily like fall back into love with it, but I realized that I never really disliked it. I just needed some time away. And then the other thing is finding some hunt style that motivates you, right? Like I have been just kind of like cherry picking shiny hunts, and that's great. But now I'm kind of getting generations knocked off. Burnt out on Pokemon at well, nothing new is happening. It's true. Does that got a feel and play in your head before you start? No, it's usually I don't know what it is. Let's play Is It Pudding. Let's play some Is It Pudding. Hang on. Here we go. Let's get this going. Let's get some Is It Pudding going. Hefty. Let's go.
Is it pudding?
Look again. Bum 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 bum. Show the picture. Take a look. Creamy, jiggly. What's the cook? Is it pudding or just a trick? Point your finger, pick it quick. Hefty, is it pudding? Hefty, say the word. Hefty, is it pudding? Sure hope it isn't turd. Hefty, is it pudding? One more look then sing. Hefty, let's get it pudding.
Indeed, Hefty, let us get it pudding. Let's get it pudding. Hefty, what do we got here? Do we have pudding? Are we looking at a nice voluptuous bowl of vanilla pudding? What are we seeing here? The work session stream might have been good for you. I needed it. I needed a break. It's nice to have some time back. I don't like this. I'm just trying to figure out if it is pudding. Why is it so catchy, dude? I don't know. I have a guess. Interesting. Interesting. Not pudding. Hefty's saying not pudding. Anybody else think it's pudding? Hefty's gotten pretty good at identifying it. What's this, Rustbogo? This is a game that we play on stream called Is It Pudding? That's where Hefty tries to identify whether or not something is or is not pudding. Today he's saying this is not pudding. Do you have any guesses? Jim Carrey's chin. Interesting. Is that on Spotify yet? Not yet, but I think we could get the rights to put it on Spotify so everyone can listen to it. And holding a pudding. All right, you guys. This is a really good question. Is it pudding? The answer to that is...
Was it pudding?
Not today!
This was Don Rickles.
Showed the picture, took a look. Don Rickles, not the cook. Is he living or deceased? Here are details to put your mind at ease. Don Rickles departed April of 2017. Don Rickles turned 90, kidney stare behind the scenes. Just like instant pudding, Don Rickles rests in a box. Don Rickles, he isn't pudding. Don Rickles, he isn't pudding.
That's true. Don Rickles is not pudding. R.I.P. Don Rickles. All right, good job, guys. I hope that was fun for you. I think my new favorite lyric might be, just like instant pudding, Don Rickles lives in a box. He's pudding in a sense. In a way, he is in fact pudding. I gotta go upstairs. I gotta go get a banana and I gotta get some Chocomel. So I'm gonna go do that real quick so we can do a little tasty taste. My favorite part of that song is he living or is he deceased? Here's some quick facts to put your mind at ease, followed by Don Rickles departed April of 2017. Don Rickles was 90 and his kidneys failed behind the scenes. I mean, come on, you guys. I said, use the same beat and melody, but talk about how Don Rickles died. And that's what it gives me. Just so friggin' stupid. It's just so stupid. Just writes this whole song about Don Rickles. Now he died. What is wrong with things? Don Rickles departed. I was cracking up last night listening to this. I'm like, oh man, this could be really funny. Was it pudding? Don Rickles would have loved that. I know, dude. That's the best part. Don Rickles would have been a huge fan of that. All right, I'm gonna go get some Chocomel and some banana. Yeah, but I didn't expect it to make like an actual like clear-cut song about how he died. That's crazy. Why would it not? I guess, okay, it's not that I didn't, it's not that. I was just expecting it to be like, you know, Don Rickles, he's dead. Yay, he's dead now too. Don Rickles is dead. And someday you'll be too. Like, that's kind of what I was thinking. I wasn't expecting, like, he departed in April of 2017 due to a kidney failure. I don't know. I just wasn't expecting that. I didn't say, tell me exactly how he died. It was more like, write a song about Don Rickles' death. Hefty. Ron Dickles. Anything there? We got anything? Ronald Dickles? Is that how he passed? Yeah, kidney failure. 90 years old. Pretty good life. All right, here we go. So, Natty Daddy, you here? Look at the duck song you made about orchestrator. Oh, yeah. Has anybody ever heard that? I don't think I've ever played that song, right? A song about how a duck orchestrated 9/11. Pokemon Gold or Silver? Pokemon Crystal. Pokemon Crystal. Pokemon Cristal, actually. Okay. So, Natasha, here's a couple things that you need to know about me. Number one, I've never had a glass of milk. I've never drank milk before, ever in my life. I've never drank milk. Now, I've never drank chocolate milk either. Like, I've never had milk. I've never had a milk-based product, ever. Ah. So, we're going to see how I feel about this. Because I think this is at its core, this is milk. He's last before formula baby over here, which probably explains like way more. Now, Natasha, before I drink this, I have some questions. Actually, I'm going to Google it because I trust you, but this also could be a diarrhea bomb. Does Chocomel need to be refrigerated until it is opened? Okay. Okay, so no diarrhea happening there. That's good. I'm not reading it. Codename Duck Hunt. Duck Hunt. All right, here we go. All right, so. God, why am I so nervous about this? Here we go. Chocomel. Oh, that's great. That's really good. Wow. I'm going to make a Ninja Creamy out of this. I'm going to use this to make a creamy. That tastes like, I was expecting more like milk chocolate, but that's actually more like dark chocolate. That's really good. That's really good. I'm going to use this to make a creamy today. I'm going to freeze it up. How much dairy is in that? I don't know. When I have it close to my nose, I can smell the Derriere, but I don't know how much dairy is actually in it. I just hope it doesn't give me bubble guts and hot snakes. As long as this does not give me bubble guts or hot snakes, I'm going to be in good shape, but... That pesky Derriere, I know, dude. Nothing worse than smelling a Derriere in the morning. Natasha, that's super good. Super, super good. I can see why people would like warm it up. I get that vibe. I understand it. I understand it now. It's really nice. The texture's not what I was expecting at all. Like the consistency of it. Bubble Guts and Hot Snakes 1987 was an underrated NES game. Dude, it was. You guys ever had Hot Snakes? Where the diarrhea just comes out of you like a hot snake? Andy, stop talking about hot snakes. Hey, what's up, Razzie? How you doing? I'm going back to sleep? No, don't. We're rapidly approaching birth years. I'd be on the toilet 5 minutes after drinking that. The good news is I'm going to be on the toilet in 5 minutes anyway, so like the timing is just impeccable. Just kidding, you guys. I'm streaming. Dip the banana in the chocolate milk. Only if Jess says so. Yes. Okay. We hit Carly and Hefties. Who's next? What? Just be safe? I don't know. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Don't want to hear it. Get out, get out. Get... Oh, birth years keep up. Oh, ooh, 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 ooh. I wonder if I could make Suno do a song like to Hefty Is It Pudding about like famous people who died in certain years. Like in 1945, I don't know if you guys knew this, Adolf Hitler died. But in 1945, the war ended. So like win-win, I guess. Do you guys know that Anne Frank and Martin Luther King Jr. were born in the same year? Doesn't that seem wild to you? Oh, that's the one death you're sure of? Positive, dude. Positive. I watch Band of Brothers. But like, doesn't that like fact, that literal fact always blows my mind. I always see like, I don't know, I always think of Anne Frank as like much older, but she's not. And then I always think of Martin Luther King as much younger, but he isn't. Yeah, Dr. Martin Luther King was born in the same year as Anne Frank. I think that's wild. I think it's just a wild thing. Now, she was pretty young. She was. She was also a lesbian, which I think like not enough people like know about. Not that it's relevant. I mean, the girl died and then we just read her diary, but like, it is important. I remember reading the Diary of Anne Frank in Catholic school and they just like glanced over that. I just thought that was really interesting because then we read it again in high school. I was like, oh, something I didn't know from Catholic school. World War II was only 87 years ago. Wow. It's actually crazy. Banana. Choco dip. Tastes like a banana with some chocolate that it was dipped in. She would have been a believer. I like to think so. Remember how mad we got at Justin Bieber for making a statement that was arguably like 100% true? Banana's so hot right now. I don't know. I honestly don't remember anything about Anne Frank. Genuinely no. What did he say? What did who say? Oh, Justin Bieber went and visited Anne Frank, like her hiding spot. And while he was there, they asked what it's like to be there, and he essentially said, like, I'd like to think that Anne Frank would have been a believer. And everyone was like, that's so disrespectful. Meanwhile, intelligent people with a brain didn't care. Because we're adults with fully formed frontal cortexes. That was gross. That was a gross thing I just had to do. All right, we're 8 away and heartbreaks. What's up, Mamby? Man, I hate this thing. I hate this bug. Hey, what's up, Sarah? How you doing? How you doing? Ah, what a great way to start a day. Have you seen a green one? Not yet. Not yet. This thing's being a butthole. 100%. Heck yeah. Did you get to the glasses? I did not, but I will have some time today. I didn't get to this weekend, but I will be able to today. And then Sarah, I meant to ask, do you have super glue? Because if not, I will glue them together for you. But if you do, it'll probably be safer for me to send it not glued. But yeah. Yes. Okay. Awesome. Hey, what's up, Meta Knight? How's it going? Jess with a nifty. Going to Steven Magliaro. Thank you so much for the nifty gifty. Morning and Dordinian. I don't know why I read it like that. That's how I saw it in my head, but. Remember my broke hat? Yes. I have more tubes of glue than brain cells. Okay, perfect. You're going to be in good shape then. Haven't been here in a while? You have not, but welcome back. Love a good revisit. I didn't even worse experiment? Talk to me. Times didn't line up with you? Yeah, no worries, man. I get it. I stream very early. Hey, what's up, Pokemon? How you doing? Interesting. And how were things in Acid? Natasha, I've heard that game's very fun. Yeah, Pokemon, not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. I don't know. Why should I stop? I don't know, man. Seems like it's dangerous to play with acid and to put a hat in it for no reason. But then again, it's the internet. You could be just completely lying. So, no, keep going. Breathe deeply. I don't know. All right, here we go. It's my mom's birth year. She did not get a shiny. All right, here's my dad's birth year. Freaking cougar. Freaking cougar chaser. My mom, freaking cradle robber. Here we go. My dad also did not get a shiny. Bing bong. Should I stop tormenting? Moms have the same birth year? Heck yeah, they do. Look at that. Maybe they knew each other. Probably not, though. Because of different countries and stuff. Yeah, real good chance that they don't know each other. So it was on August 11th, but are you live when it's August 11th? Yeah, that's a Tuesday, so I will be. don't have any room in my party, do I? Could you hold some stuff for me? I'll be back in just a sec. Yeah, maybe. Thanks for holding D's nuts. Come on, dude. That's not even a D's nuts joke. That's not even a D's nuts joke. But I'm glad you finally found your testicles. Congrats, Ice Type. I'm happy. I'm surprised it took this long, but yeah, happy. Making fan-made Pokemon region based on South Africa. I'm currently designing a convergent form of Relicanth based on the Sucka. I don't know. I don't know if I can read that. I don't know. Sucka. That's cool. Been searching for years. I know. I'm just happy that you found them. Check DMs after stream. I will. I saw it was a YouTube video, so I will look. Scheme Sucka. All right, 1975. That's a band with Matt Healy as the lead singer. He got kicked out of a country. $1976. It's not a band. Hate that guy. I like them a lot. Ooh, the duality of life. Kick him out of the planet. Ooh. The bridge is out. Well, that's a problem. Chaos. I also really like their one song about chocolate. All right, here we go. 1979. This is a song by the Smashing Pumpkins. Sucka. No. I didn't want to hide that. Bill, that was a great message. So, you know, that whole album's great. It's a pretty good album. I don't know. I couldn't pronounce Sakabamba. All right, 1980. Okay, now we're actually starting to get into real-time birth years. This is crazy. This is so long to go without a freaking shiny. Hefty, I also realized that I'm really stupid. I couldn't even participate. I thought you were probably participating in your mind. What time is it for you? 8:26 in the AM, August 3rd, 2026, year of our Lord. The hour is 8. Yeah, the minute is not. So thirsty? Dude, there's an easy solution to that. Go get water? Do it. You've solved the puzzle. Bambi Pokemon, what's going on? All right, here we go, 1988. Taylor Swift, 1989, coming up. Bambi, you're being weird. Stop being weird. Playing so much Rivals lately, I'm 50% done for Lord Mantis, Wawa, and Natasha. Oh. Soda can exploded? Okay. Didn't say that. Don't be weird. 1990. 91. Where are my 91 babies, huh? My 91 full adults now, actually. 122, 2 eggs away from double odds. 92, where are my 1 year older than me's people? I did not shake the Pepsi can. That's good. All right, here we go. 1993. Here comes me. Here comes my birth year. Where's all my other 93 kids? Where are we at? Not a shiny. All right, 94s. Yawn Commander, was it eventually smited? It's still there, but I haven't yawned. Not today, at least. 94. Nada. You guys, this is crazy. Nothing on 95. 10 years older than me. That's something that hurts to read. Hurts to read, Richards. Yeah, this lantern isn't going well. It is not going well. This lantern is surprisingly depressing compared to my previous 2. But I guess it's, that makes sense. Should I make art of you and put it in Discord? Yeah, man. Just make sure you get my good side. Tonight we're going to party like it's 1999. Okay, hot 2000. All right, here we go. September 11th, 2000 fun coming up. Thank God that was not the shiny. Whew, could have been a heck of a clip. All right, 2002. Remember, once we hit the year 2008, anything after that, don't say if it's your birthday or you're kicked out of the stream. Because I found out that they don't teach cursive in schools anymore because my niece called cursive squiggly. Yeah, there's no reason to teach cursive anymore. After he's even older than you, he is. I consider him wiser. Cursive doesn't really have any practical application. There's zero reason for cursive to be taught. It looks pretty? Yeah, maybe. Is learning cursive on her own. It's good. I don't know why the schools teach it. They don't need to. It's quicker too. It is. It was quicker for sure, but now keyboards are quicker. So there's really no need to have quicker writing when you can type. Kids are going to print their name. Over 70% of documents are signed digitally now. And I would expect us to continue to see that trend increasing. So, no, I would say people just aren't going to need their signature anymore because it's going to be electronically signed. What about checks? Most people don't write checks. Not to mention, a check does not need to be a check As long as you have your account information and routing number, you could literally write someone a check on a napkin, and that napkin could be written completely in traditional writing. I don't know what the anti-cursive is called, but yeah, checks, no exception there. All right, we're officially... Oh, wait, no, we're not. Idiot. Do your numbers. We got 4 more to go, then we'll be double odds. How much does a PSA Bubble Mew go for? 1,000? 1,100? Something like that? PSA 10? I think it's like 1,000 or 1,100. Have to sign something now for medical stuff? Just check a box. No, the IRS gives me money. They've never given me a napkin. Well, that's on the IRS, honestly. That's a waste of taxpayer dollars. Probably like 5,000, believe it or not. Yeah, I don't believe that. It might be, though. Let's see. Let's go find out. Let's see. PSA 10 Bubble Mew. 1450. Oh no, 5,000 Canadian. Yeah, dang. Raw, it's 1,400. Holy crap. Yeah, 5,000 Canadian. So right around 3,500 US. That's nuts. That's big time. Even at like 9, and dude, there's no reason to not grade that card. Other than the fact you're going to pay a huge surcharge. That would be a reason not to grade that card. That would be the biggest reason not to grade it, is the surcharge. And I don't even think they're taking grading anymore. But that one's like, even at grade 7, it's still a little, it's only a little less than, raw. I should grade my 2. You should. There's probably a pretty good chance one of your 2 will come back at 10, Carly. And then you can sell the one that does and keep the one that doesn't. Get yourself $5 grand, and then you can buy yourself another Mew. You could grade both of yours. You could grade both of yours, sell one of them, and buy 3 more raw. That's crazy. Want to start a cat binder that could legit help get some great cards? Yeah, like that would literally probably pay for most of your binder in terms of like raw cost. Probably would make up most of your binder. I like starting fights unless people can all agree. That's not really a fight. Stuff like that people see in their lives that cannot be signed digitally. But at the same time, I've never once heard of a document being rejected because they didn't sign cursive. I don't understand, Hefty. I don't think that there's something out there that can't be signed digitally. I would need like an example of something that cannot be signed digitally. Like you can literally deposit checks at your bank now by taking a picture of it. And like you don't even require a signature on certain checks. Like I don't know. I would need like legal forms can be done digitally. Whether or not they are is a different story, but whether or not something cannot be signed digitally, I don't think that exists anymore. Price on grading a card depends on the value of the card. No, price on grading a card is always the same, but depending on what the grade is, you might get a secondary charge. Like the price to grade a card right now through PSA, I think is like $70 or something like that. I think it's like crazy. They increase the price like mad. But if you get a card that's valued over a certain threshold, then they give you you have to pay another certain percentage as kind of like insurance on the card. It's a big scam. Grading cards is a scam, but grading cards, if you want to turn them into profit, is probably your best bet, particularly if you know that it could be a 10. Like if you look at it, if you've examined it yourself and you say like, yeah, that's got potential, then it doesn't make sense not to grade it. Like the Mew that I pulled, the Meowth that I pulled, I'm considering grading it. Because even though it'd be pretty expensive, if it comes back at 10, it quadruples the value, basically. And it would be under the threshold that I would have to pay. So, like, there would be no surcharge. Like my Misty Psyduck, that was a great investment. It's a $50 raw card. I paid $30 to get it. I didn't buy it. Like, I got the pack. I paid $30 to get it graded. And it's not worth $500. Like, just a huge uplift. And again, cards are not worth anything until you sell them, but having them graded gives them a little bit more inherent collector value because it's been determined to be pristine by some guy in a basement. Jeez, YouTube is just holding messages. Invoices at the auto shop. I've never had to sign an invoice. When I go to the doctor, I have to fill the intake form. They give me on a clipboard and pen. You can fill those out digitally now. Most places have medical portals that you can do it. So again, Hefty, your statement was there are things that cannot be signed digitally. I don't know what those things are. Whether or not they are is a different story, but whether or not they can be, I don't think that there is anything that cannot be signed digitally now. The digital signature, how will people prove you signed it? So it is all signed with a couple different things. Number one, there's a IP address stamp. So it logs the IP address where it was signed from. Number two, there's always some form of two-factor verification. So either you're a known signatory of the software or you have to verify yourself via email. So is it possible someone has access to your computer, your email, and or phone, whatever is done for 2FA? Yeah, it's possible, but the likelihood of it is significantly small, and really it wouldn't be that hard to prove, like, no, I wasn't there, that wasn't me. Like, there's evidence of me being somewhere else, somebody tampered with the signature. Like, that's not impossible to do. You can, don't assume everyone has that technology, but that's not what you said, Hefty. That's not what you said. You said, and I quote, I gotta find it. Ba-da-da-da-da. You said there's still stuff out there that people will see in their lives that cannot be signed digitally. I don't agree. I don't think there's anything people see nowadays that cannot be signed digitally. Whether or not they are signed digitally is a different story. Whether or not the doctor's office chooses to use electronic signatures and send you stuff, different story. Can everything. Literally everything. That's the point I'm making. Whether or not your anecdotal personal experience lends that to be the case, different story. But there's not a single thing out there that I don't think cannot be signed digitally. I would love to know if there is, because I just don't think there is. My God, this YouTube thing is annoying. People can also forge signatures. It's true. I'm wrong. I apologize. You don't have to apologize for being wrong. If that was the case, I would have never, I never have to apologize. I was happy saying it. Around here, people still pay with checks. Either way, writing in general is good for your brain. Maybe. I don't see how writing is any better than typing. They both do the exact same thing. I would, but I don't argue. I mean, I'm not even, this isn't even an argument. This is me asking for a reason. How do you get that in Counter? It's a program called Shiny Hunt Counter, something like that. I don't know. If you search on YouTube, like automated Shiny Hunt Counter, you'll find it. Yeah, like I'm not even trying to argue. I'm just asking for the science behind that writing is better for your brain than typing, because if anything, writing engages only one hand to recount symbols to put down onto something, where typing engages both hands, deeper motor skills, memorization of keyboard patterns to be able to still establish the same outcome. So I just don't see how writing could be more beneficial for your brain than typing. Typing seems like it would achieve way more. Jess, so far you've explained two things completely clearly today. That Siley was sucking on a chili dog on the way from home from a hospital. And something about your niece that I forgot. But it was explained well. It was explained well. Thanks, Remy. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's just an automated shiny hunt counter. All right, here we go. 126. What about this? Knock, knock. Who is present at my door? Nick's who? Okay, now I don't know how many spots I got in my party. I feel like I have... Oh, I got plenty of spots for egg. Let's see. These last 2 eggs that we gather here. Nick's eyebrows. That's technically an eyebrow joke. You're already a mod, though, so you can just stay there. All right, these last 2 eggs. These will be the last 2 to get to double odds. And that's probably where I'll wrap up for today. Probably get these 2 eggs hatched, get to double odds, and then we will we'll call it. Start tomorrow with a fresh egg. That's how they came up with it on Saturday. I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Make her a mod. Tell her she's a mod now. Tell her she's a moderator on the channel. Another egg. Love this for us. Love this. Love dual egging. All right. Made a video and everything, but I forgot. It's okay. I like it. It's clean. Fresh eggs for breakfast. Dude, I'm actually going to go get a fried egg, crack it on top, or make a fried egg, put it on top of my papusa. It's going to be great. I got one leftover papusa. That's going to be my brekkie. I'm going to go for a run after this. Go get out there. Get a couple one foot's in front of the other. Almost done on the art. Nice. 2060. I forgot what we started today at, actually. It was like 16 and then some weird number just from the anniversary stream. 1658, perhaps? I think it was 1658. And now we're at 2060, so we've done at least 400 resets today. It's pretty good. That's actually pretty good. I'm really excited for this hunt to be done. Lantern's not even that good of a Pokemon. Lantern, is it pudding? Lantern, say the word. Lantern, is it shiny? What's the papusa with you? I gotta update Fortnite. I'm gonna do that while I'm out on a run because I don't think I've updated on my computer. It's been raining for 2 days straight. Nice. It's awesome. Lantern is a turd. Hi, what's up, Kristen? I wish Lantern was a better Pokemon because I love its design. I know. I wish it was a better, shows up and is a shiny. Updated mine, I win. Nice. Yeah, Natty, I'll message you, but I'm thinking probably like 1 my time. I really don't have any obligations today, so I could play earlier, but I'm thinking like 1 will probably give me about 2 hours of gameplay. It's kind of my thought. Then I can do some of my yard work stuff maybe beforehand. It's kind of my thought. Depends on if it's wet outside, though, because if it's wet, I'm not going to do yard work. I'm going to wait till it dries, because I don't really feel like being out there and being wet. Start, and then I get distracted. I honestly don't know how you can get distracted in Fortnite. Like, there's one primary objective. Yard work yesterday, and where I'm at, it's pouring raining. Dude, that stinks. I didn't want to do yard work in the rain. The only thing that's nice about it is weeds are easier to pull, but... Oh my god, this ping pong. It's going to go double. We're going to go double on this freaking Ledyba. Lawn guy's supposed to come mow my lawn later today, but it's going to be raining all day. I'm so jealous that you have a lawn guy. Are you in like an HOA, or do you just like have a lawn guy? Plays with all the sprites. That is it still sprite season? I think we're out of space. Yeah. Okay. Start, and then I look at the shops, and then silently like, the shops? What are we talking about? Old friend lives on the street and helps my lawn. Heck yeah. I haven't played in a couple of weeks. Oh man. You're gonna be rusty. You know the shops? The shops at the creek? Talking about the shops at the creeks? If you want to revive you, 0% chance. That was never going to happen anyway, though. There was a 0% chance of that ever happening anyhow. I'll loot before reviving. Yeah, of course. Spook and loot. Music from Smash? That one was, yeah. This one is from Scarlet Violet. I always like this theme. I like the piano version of it too, but I really like this theme. I thought they did a good job with the overworld music for Scarlet and Violet. Oh my god. Wow, my whole OBS just crashed. Like the entire, every visual window just down. Just shut down out of nowhere. Crazy. I don't want to be in there. I don't want to be in here. I don't want to be in the wilds. Love this theme. I do too. It's really good. Sending out on Discord look. Dude. I will look when I get a chance. Tell them at 11 swimming any streams after this. Need to pace. That's good. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I know, like, you said Chem's not streaming today. It froze your cam? I know, dude. Everything froze. It was crazy. Like, my whole OBS locked up. How are you talking without moving your mouth? Wait, is my camera still frozen? Oh my god, my camera's frozen. What the heck? Whoa. Am I back? What the heck? Hang on. Hang on. What the heck? That's crazy. Did that fix it? I doubt it. Let me try rebooting it. Let's see. Deactivate, activate. Oh my god. Yeah, let me try closing it. Wait, where's camo? What the heck is happening? Crazy. Okay. Well, I guess this is what we're going to be rocking with today. For whatever reason, this is not functioning. Device, like I can switch it to this. That's fine. And I can switch it back over to like this. Will this work? No, we're just going to be frozen. You guys are just going to see me frozen. Apparently, this is what we're rocking with. That's fine. I'm gonna just finish off the stream like this. Game sound is on and loud? What game? Oh, yeah, that would make sense. That makes sense. This is crazy. What just happened? Can you try and speak Dutch? No. Something... That's crazy. I don't know what happened. It was like a surge, but my whole like setup just exploded, and now I don't have a camera. And all we got to do is hatch one more egg, and then stream is over. Wait, what happens if I go here? And go back to here.
Not today!
I just look very intently upon what I'm doing. All right. Okay, we'll do 10 more resets, which should be enough to get this egg. 10 more resets should get us the egg that we need. Spro Gamer Face, if there ever was one. Dude, that's what I'm saying. I'm just dialed in, zeroed in, locked in. I'm sending out. Okay, awesome. Thanks, Bambi. From there. The dog that went missing years ago was just reunited with its owners. Oh. Reunited dog, soldier coming home, and their wife and kids can't, or he can't hug his wife and kids until one of them touches him. Oh my god, that stuff, you guys. That stuff just sends me to a place. Sends me to a place I didn't know I could go. That sends me there, right there at the Best Buy, right there. Dog and the owner reunited in the middle of a busy restaurant. Bummer. Your eyebrows were too intense for your camera, so it froze? Hey. I always send fan arts. Just put it in the art channel in the Discord. If you're in the Discord and you've already read the rules and you have reacted to the rules, then put it in the art channel in the Discord. Fan farts. I mean, in a way, fan art is just a giant fan fart. They're kind of one and the same. Okay, here we go. We got 3 more encounters, and I'm hoping an egg that hatches. This is crazy that this egg is taking so long. It's probably taking so long because it's shiny. Must be being frozen and all. I know. This is 2100. I thought that we were going to be done. I thought the egg would hatch by 2100. I guess we're gonna keep going. Is this thing even close? Yeah, okay. All right, come on now. When is this thing gonna hatch? I got a run to go on. Hey, what's up, Yugosaurus? How you doing? To make a tennis play for Friday morning? Nice. Take the egg on the run with you? Take it on the run, baby. If only Flame Body was in, I know. 2100, dude, right? Isn't that crazy? Jess, is your appointment at 2:30 or no? $2:30. Get it? Dentist appointment at 2:30. Where's your face cam? I don't know. It froze. All right, you guys. This is going to be our last egg and our last reset. Heck yeah. Thank you so much to Jess for the nifty gifty, and thank you everybody for spending some time here. Did we get a shiny? We did not. So we're back at it again tomorrow. Double odds. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's been my pleasure streaming and serving you. I hope to have a better outcome tomorrow. But other than that, you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you so much for tuning in. And hopefully my camera works. Talk to you later. Bye, everybody.